Like a lot of things in today's world, it doesn't mean anything. It's a symbol of intent, but there's no teeth to it.
Hey, multiple offers, big thing all during COVID and still today. Maybe not as many. I thought we could share some ideas on how to get your offer through.
Okay.
Help you win a multiple offer situation without just trying to give them the most money you possibly can. What are you seeing with escalation clauses, Andy?
I'm not. They kind of went away, but I am seeing. I'm going to sound a little mad at first, but I'm not. If you're going to write an offer on one of my listings and you don't spend the time, the professional courtesy to call the listing agent, explain your offer, the parameters, explain why their financing is fantastic and why they offered what they offered, a lot of times that puts you at a disadvantage because you're not giving your client the chance to really sell their offer. Like if it isn't at list price or it's just a little over, why or how do you justify that price? It's very important for you to make sure that your agent is presenting that. And what I'm saying is there's a lot of agents that will email an offer and not even call me. And 2 days later, they go, well, didn't you get my offer? And you're like, no, I didn't. It's spam. And it's not my job to cruise through my spam. And we sold it to somebody else. Well, that's a bunch of, and I'm like, it's not.
We were talking about this the other day. Let's say maybe 60% of the people that write offers call. That's 40% that don't call and just send an email. Craziness to me.
If I was going through the MLS and I saw an old fart like me, I'd be like, oh, okay, this guy's going to want to have a phone call. Sell to your audience. And I also think this, just be professional. Professionals make sure, the quarterback, he doesn't throw the ball and look the other way and walk off the field. He makes sure that the play happens and watches it and encourages it and gives advice as to how that could be better next time. There's a coaching line.
Number one thing is have your agent talk to the other agent. I mean, it seems really basic, but a lot of them don't. A lot of them don't like confrontation. They don't feel comfortable with what they're doing. But at least your offer is known in the right context versus me trying to sit there and figure it out. Like, why would they even offer this and why would they do this? I mean, if you say a couple kids just getting going, it's actually about the fifth house they saw. They really like it, but they don't. It's just a lot better that rather than just throwing their offer away, because it's lower and there's some financing terms that are great. At least the seller can now hear about the reasoning for that offer. And sometimes it works. And sometimes it's just moving it to the next level. It might be like, hey, your offer isn't the best, but I do like some of the terms this guy has. And so maybe we'll go ask that agent, really nice agent, was very friendly. Let me go call that Andy up and say, Andy, we really like this about your offer, but we need to get the price there. Is that something that you could do? You don't get that by an email. You won't get that.
Right.
How about individual little things, Andy? How about higher earnest money?
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes a difference. It shows, good intent. But if earnest money is treated like earnest money is treated, like a lot of things in today's world, it doesn't mean anything. It's a symbol of intent, but there's no teeth to it. So if you sent me an earnest money check that says upon removing all contingencies, my earnest money is non-refundable, now I'm excited for you.
It's exciting for a seller to see. They seem to think it's a big thing, but you have to explain to them. Typically, earnest money doesn't go hard until that final financing letter is done, which might be a week before closing, 2 weeks before closing. I did a couple that was interesting, and you just said it, was non-refundable earnest money. After the inspection was done, they were confident that they're not going to have any issues with financing. And they had their mom and dad behind them on this, that they went and said, hey, it's $10,000 earnest money.